What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Craig D. Hendricks, and this is Just Sports. Yeah. All right, so we're finally there almost because we still don't know what's going on with Boston Wizards. John Wall pulls off the remarkable shot after having a below pedestrian first half. Really, first three quarters, he really came alive. Him and Mr. Beal in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors pull it out. Now, as good as a game as that was, and I won't call it great, it was good. I haven't seen any great games this postseason. It was good. It ended well. The series has been okay, even though there's been a bunch of blowouts. We had the pulling for Isaiah Thomas thing, and you can't not like that guy. Feel for him and how heavy his heart must be at this time. He's still out there just balling, and that's his place where he can just think about something other than the tragic death of his sister. So my hat's off to him. But game 6 goes to the Wizards, who are at home in jeopardy of losing that game. And I'm going to tell you this, if they go to Boston with that same mentality, they're going home, because they almost went home in game 6. John Wall willed that team. So did Bradley Beal. They willed that team. They're missing too many layups around the rim, period. The whole series. We won't even talk about game 5. That was just a disgrace around the rim. They're just missing too many shots around the rim. You've got to finish. If you're an NBA player and these guys are the best of the best, listen, I'm not knocking anybody who makes the league. You make the league, you're the best of the best. You got to finish around the rim, man. You got to finish. This is why I loved Allen Iverson the way I loved Allen Iverson, because he finished around the rim most of the time. And when he didn't, he took the contact, got up and shot his free throws, and he played in a different era. He played in an era that was difficult. He played in an era where people were fouling people on a regular basis. And I know the game is still good. The game is great. And I'm not against the 3-point shots or think that the guys of the past were better than the guys of today. And that's something I do want to look at in one of these upcoming podcasts. Team for team, player for player, during the Jordan era, were they better than what you're witnessing today? Maybe. Because I always hear about Jordan was so much better than LeBron from so many people. And I don't think so. I don't think he was that much better. I think LeBron could have played in that era and would have did just fine. In fact, I think if LeBron was playing in that era, Jordan wouldn't have the rings he has. And he was by far the GOAT, greatest of all time. But would he have had gotten 6? You drop LeBron on some of those teams that lost to the Bulls, either in the Eastern Conference or in the finals. Does Jordan win 6 rings? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe none. And I tell people this all the time. It's a shame we didn't get to see Len Bias due to his miscue in life of using cocaine and, having the whole heart thing and dying after he got drafted by the Celtics. because I'm here to tell you, Len Bias was a beast. But that's here nor there. We're looking at San Antonio, Golden State coming up. Do I think the Spurs have a shot to win this series? They've got a puncher's chance. Do I think they're going to win? No. I don't think they're going to win. The Warriors are just too deep with KD. They're just too deep. I don't see, what San Antonio, the edge they have is if LaMarcus Aldridge and Pau Gasol control the boards and get active on offense, they've got a puncher's chance because Patty Mills is the truth, and he's in a contract year. Patty Mills is about to get paid, and he's playing well. Yes, Tony Parker's a key piece that's no longer there, but Patty Mills can fill the gap. And as much as I'm not the Popovich fan, I give the man his credit. He's a great coach. I don't like the whole two answer interview thing that Popovich does. I think it's disrespectful, whether he's joking with it or not. I think it's disrespectful. There was one woman one night, and I can't remember her name, and she was eager to do the interview, but, she knew what was coming, and she asked him a good question, and he gave the two-word answer. And she asked the second question because, they're only allowed two questions in that little coach's break interview. And he gave again the ridiculous answer. And she kind of rolled her eyes, and I couldn't blame her. I wanted to just reach through the TV and beat him with the mic, as if it's not hard enough keeping people interested in his poorly shaven self. Trim your beard, Coach Popovich, and stop trying to be a smarty. Coach your team, and maybe then I'll respect you as a man, as you're dissing the media always. Had to get that off my chest. And let me say something else since I'm on that topic. Hubie Brown is amazing to listen to. I mean, he knows so much about the game of basketball. And I remember the days when he was coaching the Knicks and all of that. Him and his partner, I mean, it's just amazing to watch that crew work with her name slips, Leslie, that works the sidelines. They have been doing a phenomenal job. I got to give props where props is due. The calls have been good all around. I really like Weber when he was doing NCAA. Chris Weber, I think he's got a big future in the game of broadcasting. And if I'm a GM, I'm paying attention to Jalen Rose. If I'm a team like the Kings, that's the kind of guy I'm bringing in. I'm bringing in him. I'm bringing in a guy like Kenny Smith. And I'm so glad that people feel it necessary to tackle race relations in these United States because I feel it's just time to have that conversation. Is Charles Barkley the guy that I want out there doing that? Probably not. And that's not a diss to Charles Barkley. He's got his education, he's respected. He's just not the guy. He's just not the guy that I want doing that. I'm sure he'll do a decent job. But if it opens conversation, I'm with it. More power to you. Good luck with that, Charles. I can't wait to see that. Now, I'm really hoping that the Wizards can go into into that Boston arena and get it done. Because I want to see those two guys, John Wall from North Carolina, Kyrie, who played at Duke. I want to see them go at it in the worst way. Because many people are saying John Wall might be the best point guard out here today. And I think Kyrie Irving gets dissed in that conversation way too many times. Everybody's better than him if you let the talk be told. Westbrook and Lillard and Harden and Kyrie is a beast, and Curry and all of that, because he plays with LeBron James. But Kyrie is an absolute beast. His handles are sick. And I would think that Curry has gotten to that point with his handle too. It's pretty sick. He shoots the three well. But Kyrie is dishing. He is dishing and dismissing really like nobody else right now, with the exception of maybe Steph Curry. Westbrook had the assists and all of that this year, but I'm telling you, for me, and I say this all the time, if I'm starting a team right now and I can have a young Chris Paul, that's who I'm taking of the active point guards. But Kyrie's right behind him. And I wasn't a Kyrie guy when he got drafted. I wasn't sure if he was the truth or not because he got hurt when he was at Duke. And my sample size wasn't big enough. But he's proven to me that he's the truth. And Kevin Love is going really unnoticed. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and the disrespect that Kevin Love gets for what he does. I'm here to tell you, I can't wait. I want to see Cleveland, Golden State so bad. I'm ready for that. Are you ready? And I told you before, I've got Cleveland. As much as I respect and love KD, KD is my second favorite player in the league, but LeBron is my favorite. Kyrie might be my third active. Steph Curry may be my fourth. And Klay Thompson to me is just like Kevin Love. Does so much, goes unnoticed. I can't wait. And everybody tells me that Golden State's bench is deeper. And I say, you're crazy. You're crazy. Because all I wanted to see was Kyle Korver and Deron Williams get back to the forms that they once were at. And they're there. I think those benches are evenly matched, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching Iguodala coming off that bench because he could start on most NBA teams. And I feel that way about a lot of guys on Cleveland. This is going to be a fun finals. Just a big note, Derek Jeter night coming up. Big up to Derek Jeter. I asked my son, my little baby boy, who loves baseball, what number he wants to be, and he told me number 2. And I said, that's a good number, son. One of the greatest Yankees ever wore number 2. And if you grow up to have a career anything like his, you will have had a great career. So congratulations to Derek Jeter. Don't wait for a tragedy. Men, women, do what you got to do for your family. With mortgage protection or life insurance programs that work for you, contact an agent that truly cares if you're in the North Carolina Triangle area at success4youandyours at gmail.com. Success, the number 4, youandyours at gmail.com. Reach out to me, justsports at yahoo.com. Craig Hendricks on Twitter. It's been fun. I'll get back to you tomorrow after Game 7. Peace.